Kano says Don Chepe's $10 million is frozen, which is actually Pablo Escobar's money. And he doesn't give a rat's ass that our government did it. He wants his money, and it's not going to be over
You're
until he
listening to
gets
me.
it.
There's a Senate investigation into Noriega. You're not getting money that went through Panama.
Well, I think there's basically three distinctive characters in one. His normal self, Bob Mazer, who is really very calm and a committed family man to his two children and his wife, and lives a very ordinary middle-class existence. And then there's the characters that he needs to take on, personas that he needs to wear the robes of and be able to convince bad guys that he is that guy. And one character early on is a character named Bob Mangione. He always stayed with Bob. I wanted to be Bob Mazer, Bob Mangione, Bob Musella, because in the heat of a moment, if someone calls the name Bob, you might turn around, and that's for that very reason. You want to keep the same name, if at all possible, for the first name. And Mangione was more of a sad, old street level kind of crook persona. Musella, who it is the majority of the story, he is a more flamboyant businessman whose cover is that he works for the mob, works for the family. And they had some intel knowing that the Godfather movies had already come out, and everybody was enthralled with that, and, you know, forget about it, and all that kind of New York mob kind of thing. And that went international, and the Colombians were affected by that. They thought that was cool. So by taking on a guy who was a little more flamboyant and worked for the mob, kind of worked for them. They kind of liked that.
Frozen is frozen. Accept it.
Mark, it's f***ing up our operation.
We need you to fix this for us.
How am I going to fix this? You want me to call Senator Kerry? Hey, John, could you drop your investigation that the president has sanctioned? Because my friend Bob's getting really upset. Reagan wants Noriega's ass. Are you listening to me?
Hey, you know what Alcaino said? That's not an answer that keeps you alive, my friend.
What I really responded to with this character is that he's a family guy, and how does he have this dangerous and yet exciting life in his work world, you know, where he's taking on this character. He has a pocket full of money, he's spending the government's money to, you know, have private jets and go to strip clubs and great restaurants and the best wines and things, playing the big shot in order to play that character. And then he puts that aside and goes home to his middle-class life. And yet, while he loves his wife and he loves his children, and he absolutely wants to maintain that, there is something about the excitement of this world, in his work world, that he can't bring excitement home to him. He has to buffer it somewhat. And his wife says, how's it going? I was like, oh, you know, it's fine. It's going well. He can't really be honest about it.
She's my present for you tonight, Mr. Bob.
I'm engaged.
So, are you kidding me? A fiance, Bob?
Meet your soon-to-be wife. Kathy Ertz, Bob Mazer. I wish you many happy years.
Damn, I need a fiance.
Johnny Leguizamo, he's wide open. Johnny is a guy who you could see his emotion on his face. He doesn't cover, which is great. As an actor, you want to be, he comes into it wide open. There was a scene where Amy Ryan threw an ad lib out at him. And he said that we're looking at passports, and he says, there's no stamps on these passports, these falsified passports. It looks, you know, it says, hey, I'm a cop. And she says, actually, yours says, I'm an ass clown. And I looked at him, and for a moment, he was really taken aback. He was like, huh? You know, like, oh, his feelings were hurt for just a beat. And then she walks off, and I talked to him afterwards. I said, I think that hurt your feelings. And he goes, yeah, it kind of did. You know, like, that's how she sees me.
Did he threaten you?
No.
Did he put your neck in the noose?
Yeah, and he's squeezing.
No, he didn't. Roberto didn't say that. He wouldn't say that.
It's Escobar.
No, wait a second. Bob, are you in danger from Pablo Escobar if his money doesn't come through?
I just like the idea that there was a man who was committed to trying to do the right thing, trying to improve his country, his society. And in order to do that, he had to become very good friends with some very bad people. It took me on a journey just reading it, but The Infiltrator is many things. It's a bit of a thrill. It's a personal journey and a family drama in that sense, about a man's character and his drive to achieve something of great benefit. It's intrigue. It's dangerous. There are some crazy, unreliable characters that you would imagine in the drug trade. So you have it from all sides, which is nice. In a nice balanced experience.